Hi guys, and welcome back to yet another time limited side quest, which is called Sunlight and Serenity. We are going to the courtyard. Rowan's been looking for you. You should see what she wants. Don't tell Phil you saw me, okay? I'm avoiding him because reasons. If he asks, I'm innocent. Okay, Dogs is there and Filch is just by where Ben is. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? You don't get a lot of sunny days at Hogwarts. Oh, loved outfit, Rowan. There you are, Timberley. I have some exciting news to share with you. I just received a letter from my cousin Hazel at Kana Farm. Kana Farm? Isn't that the tree farm where you grew up? It is. Kana Farm produces wood for wand makers and broom crafters throughout the magical world. I've gotten permission from Dumbledore to visit for the weekend, and I want you to come with me. How about it, Emily? Would you be interested in visiting my childhood home? Yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun. It sure beats anything else. Normally I argue that nothing beats studying, but Kana Farm is an exception. Well, I'd be happy to come with you. Brilliant. There are actually a couple of reasons I'm glad you're coming with, including one very important one. So we get to explore, help you with an important decision, and uncover a mystery at Kana Farm. Are you sure we can fit all that in a single weekend? I have faith in our ability to multitask. Don't worry, there will be plenty of time for fun too. So which part of visiting Kana Farm sounds most exciting to you? I'm excited to see your childhood home. You can learn a lot about someone from the place they grew up. Hope I didn't leave any embarrassing childhood posters on my bedroom wall. I won't judge. We've all had embarrassing posters on the walls. So when do we head out? My cousin Hazel is on her way right now. We will meet her at Hogsmeade Station. I will tell you all about my important decision when we get to Kana Farm. Then let's go. I've been waiting for ages. Word to the wise kid, never arrive early to anything. Are you coming or going? My hat blew away. I love that hat. Can we see it somewhere? No. There's still a bit of snow on the roofs. My cousin Hazel should be here any minute. You must be excited to see her. I'm a bit nervous actually. Hazel and I are quite different. She's confident, charismatic, everything I'm not. It's hard not to be intimidated. She only just got out of school and she's already running the family business. She makes me feel like I should be different somehow, more outgoing. I wouldn't want you to change, Rowan. Who cares if you are not outgoing? You're smart, hardworking, and kind. That's much more important. Thanks, Timberley. I'm really glad you're here with me. Speaking of Hazel, here comes the train. Oh. And she's much older. Rowan, you look well. This must be Timberley Ironclaw. Rowan's told me so much about you. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Kana. Call me Hazel. I'm not old enough to be called Miss Kana yet. I suppose I should formally introduce myself. Kelsura, and the Hogwarts train is rolling away. It's a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance, Timberley Ironclaw. I've been terribly excited to meet you. I do apologize for not coming directly via magical means. I had business in London, so I opted for the train so I could catch up on work on the way. Yeah, you must have many responsibilities running a whole tree farm. Isn't that the truth? It's not easy bringing Kana farming to the modern age. What with crop rotation, restorative agriculture, What with crop rotations, restorative agriculture, bees, I'm absolutely chock-a-block. Chock-a-block. Cousin Hazel is very passionate about modernizing Kana Farm. You don't look too happy about that. And mixed feelings. Some of us Kanas object to changing time-honored traditions. Sometimes tradition must change for the whole to survive. What do you think, Kimberly? What's your take on the modernization of medical agricultural practices? Um, I don't know. Like it's a mix of both that is the best, in my opinion. I prefer to live in the present. Ha, your friend has a diplomatic streak. It looks like the Minister of Magic has a competition. But there are more important decisions at hand, like what Rowan will add to the Kana family tree. What's the Kana family tree? Oh, I'm surprised Rowan hasn't told you about it yet. Rowan did mention an important decision, but she hasn't gotten around to explain the details. I was struggling to find the right words to describe it. It's a rather unique tradition. The best way to understand the Kana family tree is to see it for yourself. Grab hold of me, you two. Kana farmer waits. Ooh, so pretty. So bright. Reading roost. Work area. Tree rows. Wow. It's really pretty. Oh, kitty. Was that Quidditch? Quaffles or something? I hope you like your tea. Pine needle tincture is a kind of speciality. Careful, fast Cloud doesn't knock anything over. It can't resist an unattended teacup. I'll guard it with my life. So what do you think of Kana Farm, Timely? All these ancient trees and rolling hills. It's majestic. Yeah. Looks amazing. Majestic? I've never heard a Kana Farm described quite that way before, but it does have a ring of truth. I'm fortunate to have grown up in such a place. It really is something special. It will be even better once I put my plans into motion, but don't worry, we won't abandon all our old traditions. Speaking of traditions, you were going to tell me about the Kana family tree and what it has to do with your big decision. Right, the family tree. Believe it or not, you're actually sitting underneath it. You mean this giant oak tree? Oak, beech, pear, and more besides. I live in piece of Kana family history. It truly is majestic. Rowan and I will tell you all about it. So every Kana chooses a branch that represents their essence, then adds it to the tree. Precisely, some Kana choose fruit, pears, cherries, even roses, others get experimental. They say money doesn't grow on trees, but Uncle Vikram disagreed. His branch yields 2 nuts a year. A money tree? I wonder if I can grow one back in my dorm. Probably not. The trees and chances are unique. Even we don't fully understand the magic that sustains it. And now it's Rowan's turn to add her mark. That's a big decision. I can see why you're struggling. Exactly. I'm supposed to choose a brand that reflects who I am, but I'm still figuring that out. Perhaps you can lend a hand, Timberly. What's the first word that comes to mind when you look at Rowan? Intelligent. Rowan's the smartest person I know. Rowan loves her books. Her mom had trouble finding books to gift her that she hadn't already devoured. You will make a great professor someday, Rowan. Oh, is that a kitty? The teapot exploded. Not again. Again? You mean this happens often? Never you mind. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. The teapot just blew up. The least we can do is help you clean up. Nonsense. It is a spot to spill tea. If you really want to help, you can always check on the bow truckles. Bow truckles? I haven't done that since I was a kid. Can't we do something more grown up? Rubbish. It's a very important job. Now, if you will excuse me, I have a broomstick shipment to sort out. Help yourselves to flu powder if you need to get back to Hogwarts. Don't have too much fun without me. We will try. Thanks for the tea, Miss. I mean Hazel. The boat truckers can wait. First, I wanted to show you a very special place. It's my favorite spot on Canna Farm. Why does she look so mischievous? Okay, part 1 complete. Part 2. Just as you're settling into the excitement of discovering Rowan's roots, an unsettling presence begins to stir. Something is very wrong at Canna Farm. I wonder what it can be. Are you clearing something up? I have to wait 59 minutes? Come on, man. It didn't seem like you were tidying up that much. Welcome to my secret spot. I come here all the time when I was younger to read and avoid the farm work. I'm glad to have a moment to relax. I've been feeling unsettled lately. What's going on? Let's talk it through. It's hard to explain, but I will do my best. So you feel like the black sheep of the Kana family. Exactly, I'm just not like them. I'd rather read a book than harvest tree limbs or tend to boat truckles. Have you ever felt out of place in your own family, Timberly? Sometimes it's a strange feeling like you don't quite fit the mold, even with the people you love the most. But perhaps that's not a bad thing. Being different means you notice what others miss. I suppose so. I just wish I could be more useful. I do want to help Kana Farm, really, but my skills don't exactly mesh with farm work. Everyone brings something different to the table. I'm not sure what I bring to the table. It's hard to feel helpful when your greatest talents involve studying and reciting obscure historical facts. How can I possibly contribute a branch to the family tree when I have nothing to contribute? You have plenty to contribute. I meant what I said before. You're the smartest person I know. If only Hazel felt the same way. I know she's hiding something, but I can't help her if she won't tell me what it is. The exploding teapot was rather strange. Remember how she brushed it off like it was nothing? Exactly. I feel useless to help, and worse, I feel like she thinks I'm useless. Being studious doesn't mean you're useless, just differently useful. I have an idea. Let's prove to Hazel that you're more than she gives you credit for. A true Kana. Or something we can do to help around the farm. I suppose we can start by checking on those boat truckles. Great, where can we find them? Come on, I will show you. How many are there? It's one in the tree. This place is huge. I had no idea Kana Farm was so big. This is just a small piece of it. There's the willowwood, the beech bower, the alder acker, and the oak orchard. You must produce half the ones of the wizarding world. Close. Our trees supply one wood, broomsticks, cauldron handles, and all sorts of magical goods. We have even perfected a sustainable harvesting charm so that the trees regrow their branches on their own. I will bet the boat truckers appreciate that. They do. The Kanas have always had a symbiotic partnership with boat truckers. They protect the trees and we ensure they are safe, well-fed, and comfortable. They've got a particular taste of fairy eggs, which is mildly unsettling if you think too hard about it. That's the circle of life, I suppose. We even build them tiny houses so we can move them safely around the farm when we harvest. In fact, there's one nearby I love to show you. I will point it out as we make our rounds. Farm work sounds difficult, but if it helps you prove to Hazel you have what it takes to be a true Kana, sign me up. Thanks, Timberly. Your support means a lot to me. Of course, I'm just excited to experience what your childhood was like firsthand. The thrilling life of growing up on a tree farm. I hope you're not too disappointed. Now let's check on the boat truckers like Hazel asked. Stick by me and I will explain as we go. The boat truckers are physically healthy, but they seem agitated. I didn't see the boat trucker's house you mentioned earlier. Could that have something to do with it? That's it. No wonder the boat truckers are upset. The house are missing. I wonder what happened to them. Boat trucker houses don't just sprout legs and wander off usually. Perhaps Hazel knows what happened. We can ask her when she finishes sorting out her broomstick shipment. In the meantime, we could try building them a new one. That will cheer them up and perhaps impress Hazel too. That's a brilliant idea, Kimberly. I have read dozens of books on architecture and structural enchantments. This is the perfect chance to show Hazel I can contribute something useful. You'll be surprised her with a finished home before she even knows it's missing. Where do we start? I'm not sure. I've never actually built a boat trucker house before. Growing up, I was more of a sit in the corner and read a book kid than an arts and crafts kid. When in doubt, ask an expert. A very large, hairy expert, giant even. Ah, of course, if anyone knows how to build a magical creature shelter, it's Hagrid. Let's head back to Hogwarts and tell him our plan. That we can just, like, go between the places. So freely. Interesting. But let's have a chat with Hagrid. It seems like I have many different quests with Hagrid that I need to do. Well, hello there. What brings you to Minik on the Woods? The boat trucker house has mysteriously vanished from Kana Farms Rowan, and I are building a new one. Naturally, we turn to Hogwarts resident magical creatures expert for help. Stop, you're making me red in the face, but I'd be honored to give you some pointers. All Needlefingers can be our quality inspector. Needlefinger, it's been a while. How are you liking your home at the Magical Creature Reserve? It's fitting in just fine. I'm just looking after him while his home tree at the reserve gets a good pruning. Fair warning, he's a tough critic, exacting standards. Then we will just have to build something worthy of the Needlefinger's seal of approval. That's the spirit. Let's get started. That was very well done. We're just about finished. What do you think of the boat trucker house we made, Needlefingers? Do you like it? Looks like a yes to me. The boat truckers back at Coniform will love the house you made for them. I will even send you back with some of their favorite food. Do you know what boat truckers like to eat, Kimberly? Rowan mentioned earlier the boat truckers like fairy eggs. That's right, you remember. The fairies tend to avoid Coniform for exactly that reason. I will leave a thimbleful inside the boat trucker house as a housewarming present. Thank you, you too. This means a lot. They're going to love it, and Hazel will be thrilled. Now let's use the flow powder to go back to Coniform and show her what we made. I can't wait to see how the boat truckers react to the house we made for them. I'm more curious about Hazel's reaction. How do you think she will respond when she sees it? She will be shocked. What kind of kids spend their weekend doing farm work voluntarily? The kind with a chip on their shoulder and something to prove? What's that smell? Is someone barbecuing? Oh, Hazel, we made something for fire. There's a fire. A fire? We got to put it out before it burns the trees. Come on, Timberly. It looks like a fire you made, though. It's not that you get help. We will need to use whatever is at our disposal to put out the fire. Once out, you two, if you know any firefighting spells, now's a good time to use them. Well, we do know. The fire's nearly out. One more Aquamenti spell should do the trick. Aquamenti. We did it. But the broomstick's stock got burned to ash. We need the money from the shipment. At this rate... At this rate what? What are you keeping from us, Hazel? Hazel, When that teapot exploded, you acted like it wasn't the first strange thing to happen at the farm. How many of these accidents have happened before? So many questions. Wouldn't you rather enjoy your week in a way? Leave this unpleasantness to me. We just want to help. Whatever is going on, you don't need to be at the burden alone. Please, Hazel. Aunt Timely and I want to be of use, but we can't help if you don't trust us. You're not going to let this go, are you? Not a chance. We are relentless. Very well. Let's go to the picnic table. You will want to be sitting when you hear this. It's time to tell you the truth about what's going on at AZKABAN. Part 2 complete. Hazel is finally ready to tell you the truth about what's really going on at AZKABAN. This mystery might just be deeper and far more dangerous than you expected. You promised to tell the truth about what's going on at AZKABAN, Hazel. We are ready to hear it. Very well. The truth is, AZKABAN is on the verge of financial ruin. What? I had no idea. I didn't want to worry you, but I'm afraid our financial troubles are only the beginning. Tell us everything. Perhaps there's something we can do to help. Even in the best of circumstances, running a farm is difficult, but that's not what really got me worried. For months, AZKABAN has been plagued by mysterious acts of sabotage. No one's been hurt yet. Unless you can count our bottom line, production has suffered and it's pushing us to the brink of bankruptcy. Do you think someone's doing this deliberately? I fear as much. Whoever it is, they've somehow managed to bypass the farm's protective enchantments. Why did you keep us in the dark? If someone is out to ruin AZKABAN, we want to help. I wanted to put on a brave face so Rowan could focus on the family branch and enjoy a pleasant visit. She's been working so hard to become a Hogwarts professor, she shouldn't have to worry about this. But perhaps it was foolish of me to believe I could handle this all on my own. So that's it. Hazel never doubted your capabilities, Rowan. She was trying to protect you. What? You thought I doubted your capabilities? Well, you were sort of shutting me out. I thought you didn't value my contribution. I'm so sorry, Rowan. I never meant to make you feel unwanted. It sounds like your fears were unfounded, Rowan, but now we have something else to worry about. I made a proper mess of things. If we don't find the culprit soon, I will have no choice but to sell the farm. Then we will just have to find the culprit. Do you have any leads? Well, a powerful witch or wizard might be able to bypass our wands. A non-human is another possibility. The magic differs from ours, making it difficult to see them out entirely. There's one other option. The saboteur could be aided by a traitor from within AZKABAN. A traitor? You really think that's a possibility? I hope not, but an employee would know how to bypass the property's magical protections. So it could be a powerful magic user, a non-human, or one of AZKABAN's farm-owned employees. What do you think the likeliest possibility is, Timberley? I think a non-human is the likeliest culprit. Someone, or rather something, must have snuck past your wards, using magic we don't fully understand. But what and why? I know you were excited about getting to see where I grew up, Timberley, but that will have to wait. It seems a mystery is afoot. Timberley is brilliant in situations like this, Hazel. Glad to hear it. We will need both your keen minds to get to the bottom of this mystery. Wait a minute, what's this? Oh, we noticed the boat trucker houses had gone missing, so we provided a new one. Ah, yes, one of the many accidents to have befallen the farm lately. But where did this come from? We sort of made it. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. We just thought. Stop right there. Of course I'm going to use it. This is incredible. You too? I thought you'd be shocked. If by shocked you mean pleased as punch, then I'm shocked indeed. I'll make sure the saboteur doesn't get to this one, not a single shingle. Actually, it might not be so bad if they do get to it. What do you mean? The saboteur destroyed the bow-truckle homes and we just made a new one. Once we install it, the new bow-truckle house will be irresistible to our saboteur. I see. If you turn the bow-truckle house into a trap, we might be able to catch them in the act. I loathe the thought of putting this lovely bow-truckle house at risk, but It is a clever idea, it just might work. Perfect, we will set our trap and wait for our saboteur to walk right into it. Let me get this straight. We booby-trap the Bowtrucker house, then use it to lure the saboteur out into the open. Right, and in an attempt to remove the Bowtrucker house, we'll activate the trap, trapping the culprit instead. It's a good plan, but we will need to come up with a spell capable of trapping the culprit without harming them. What do you think, Emily? What spell should we use to booby-trap the Bowtrucker house? Ave Force? Ave Force, perhaps? Turning a culprit into a bird would aid their escape, not hinder it. Oh yeah, that is what Ave Force does. It's a creative suggestion, Tivoli, but I was thinking something more along the lines of Viboblio. Trap the culprit inside a bubble. Yeah, I can see how that'd be a better idea. It's not just a booby trap, but a bubble trap. I'm amazed it never occurred to me before. Should we get started? Let's booby trap the Bowtrucker house. And we are done. Great work, you two. The second the culprit tries to move the house, they will find themselves trapped inside a magical bubble. This was one last thing to decide. How do we deal with the saboteur once we capture them? Before anything, we need to figure out why they're doing this. Perhaps we can come to an agreement. I agree. We need the whole story. Only then can we strategize our next steps. What do you think, Hazel? How do you think we should deal with the culprit? It's hard to say without knowing their true nature. If the saboteur really is a non-human like you suggested, we may have trouble even communicating with it. You have a point. How would we deal with a saboteur who isn't even human? We will know the identity of a culprit soon. Then we will decide how to move forward. I will go set up the trap. I'm afraid you will need to watch it on your own. I have a pressing appointment in London. Another appointment? Weren't you just in London? No rest for the weary. I've been working to maintain Gregor's support through our financial hardship. That's the reason I took the train to Hogsmeade. I was on my way back from another Gringotts meeting. I needed time to consider a situation and, well, to put on a happy face for you two. I can't believe the lengths you went just to put us at ease. You don't need to put on a brave face anymore. You can count on Timberly and me. Thanks, both of you. I'm feeling more optimistic already. Wish me luck. Once the trap's set, let's meet at my favorite spot. It's the perfect place to watch for our saboteur. You're right, this is the perfect spot to keep an eye out for a mysterious saboteur. It could be some time before the saboteur takes the bait. What should we do in the meantime? I brought a reading material. Something told me you suggested would involve books. So what did you bring? After hearing about the farm's money troubles, I offered to review Connor Farm's financial documents. There were loads, and rather poorly organized. It seems accounting isn't Hazel's strong suit. How about you? What's your level of confidence with financial matters? Well, not great, honestly. I prefer magic to maths. Maths may not be as exciting as spell work, but it's a useful skill even for a magic user. I didn't realize you enjoyed maths. I thought history was more to your liking. History will always be my favorite, but I enjoy working with numbers. It's easier than working with people. Numbers don't call you an egghead for one. Marola? Marola. Well, let's take a look at these papers. Perhaps we will find something that can help Kana Farm, or a clue to identify whoever is out to ruin it. I will do my best, but don't blame me if I accidentally swap a 3 for an 8. Don't worry, I will make sure you don't swap any important numbers. Who knows, perhaps we will find a connection between the farm's financial troubles and our mystery saboteur. Let's get to work. If I'm interpreting... How do you pronounce that? If I'm interpreting this correctly, it seems like someone must be trying to buy Connor Farms. Is that right? I believe so. An anonymous party made several offers, but they were all rejected. You know, if someone did want to purchase this land, Running Cana Farm out of business would certainly lower their asking price. While I was reviewing the documents, I noticed that Cana Farm owes a substantial sum to Gringotts. What can we do about that, though? It's not as we can walk into Gringotts and beg for another loan. No, but we are not without options. For one, we could use Ministry Farm subsides to stabilize our position. Or update our farming practice to sustainably improve yields and efficiency. We could also explore additional sources of income so we don't rely entirely on one commodity. Oh wow. What? What did I say? Nothing. I think it just hit me how brilliant you are. Yeah, she is really smart for just being a kid. Coming up with the idea is one thing, but when it comes to choosing the best course, I'm stumped. Now that you have heard the three options, which one do you think sounds most promising? Additional income? I don't know. Or ministry subsides? What about ministry subsides? We wouldn't need much, just enough to buy Cana Farm a few more weeks. That's a great idea. It could take us a while to get a response to an application, so we best start early. Brilliant. Let's share our findings with Hazel and see what she thinks. What about the saboteur? No financial strategy will help if they ruin all our plans. Oh god. Did you see Sarah? The trap. Good timing. Looks like we caught a culprit. What? An elf? It's not Dobby, is it? Is that Dobby? Looks like you were right. It wasn't a human creature. That must be how they snuck past the walls. House elves are capable of all sorts of magical feats that a normal witch or wizard couldn't do. Oh, please rescue Dobby from the angry leaf monsters. I suppose we should help, but I want to find out what a branch of angry boat hookers is capable of. Thank you, thank you. You are too good to Dobby, especially after all the terrible things he has done. All you have done, so you admit that you're the one who's been sabotaging Cana Farm. Dobby was only carrying out his master's orders. Dobby had no choice. Your master's orders? What do you mean? Dobby will tell you everything. So your master commanded you to commit acts of destruction at Cana Farm. Why am I not surprised Lucius Malfoy is behind all this? I'd like to know what his interest in Cana Farm is. Dobby couldn't say. Dobby just followed his master's orders. But Dobby was careful not to harm anyone. Dobby would never forgive himself if his actions led to injury. It was especially easy to contain that broomstick fire. And despite the missing Bowtruckle houses, no Bowtruckers or other creatures were taken or harmed. Dobby is terribly sorry, but Dobby had no choice. He must do as his master bids. Dobby's master is through with sabotage for the time being. Dobby must leave before his absence is noticed. What do we do, Timberley? Do you still think there's more information we can get out of him? Yeah, I think so. We should hold him captive. Dobby is terribly sorry to throw a spanner in Timberley's wise and clever plan, but no wizard magic can keep Dobby trapped here. Goodbye. God damn it. So much for keeping me in prisoner. I've forgotten how cells can operate just about anywhere. It's alright, Timberley. I don't think you would have told us anything else of yours anyway. Well, maybe more clearly, like, why Lucius was sabotaging, like, stronger motive, is from Hazel. What's it say? Let's see, due to the losses from the recent banned broomstick shipment, and so on and so forth, Gringotts has determined that Cana Farm is no longer financially viable. Gringotts has threatened to call in their loan, even if it means forcing a sale of the farm. What? That can't be. Hazel apologized for not being able to help capture the saboteur. She has to stay in London to plead her case. I knew the financial situation was bad, but I thought we had more time. What do we do? Let's meet up with Hazel at Gringotts and see if there's anything we can do to help. Dobby said the sabotage is over for now, so we don't have to worry about anything happening while we're gone. Hazel's given us plenty of flu powder. It's more than enough for a trip to Diagon Alley. Let's go. Part 3 complete. Learn the truth, save the farm, and find the culprit behind it all in the conclusion to the mystery of Cana Farm. So many people here. Could you step back? This is a new dress. I don't want you touching it accidentally. What's the smell? Is it chocolate frogs? My daughter asked me for some chocolate frogs, so I bought her 20. Lucius. Shall we confront him? Lucius Malfoy. What a coincidence running into here. So how you say wearisome inconvenience? Keeping up with the delinquent jargon is terribly taxing. Now step aside. I'm eager to finalize a very important purchase. Purchase? Did Miss Kana tell you? I'm to be the new owner of Kana Farm. That can't be. There's no way Hazel would hand over ownership of the farm over to you. That would be cause for concern if your bumbling cousin had any say in the matter. Alas, her recent troubles haven't left her with much choice. There's always a choice. A youthful naivete, a symptom of how lax Hogwarts education has become under Dumbledore's soft touch. Allow me to explain how the real world works. So you offer to pay Kana's farm debts in exchange for its land. Given the farm's precious financial position, Greek has found my offer to be the most reasonable. My condolences, by the way. I do hope the recent accidents haven't caused too much trouble. We know you're to blame for all this, Mr. Malfoy. You're not fooling anyone. Me? If you're desperate to point fingers, you might try Miss Kana. Financial illiteracy. That's the real offender. Now, if you will excuse me, I've grown up business to attend to. And don't fret, perhaps I will consider let you work on the farm as my employees. You can sleep in the barn. Yeah, same reaction from me. I hope someone puts bubblegum in his ear. Let's go to Gringotts. Hazel said she'd be there. She might know what to do. If you're not making a deposit or withdrawal, make way for other customers. Don't mind me, I'm not here. Okay. Step aside, I'm on important business. Please, you can't sell our farm. We just need a few more weeks and everything will be right as rain. We are a bank, not a charity. You ought to thank Mr. Malfoy. He's offered to pay off your considerable debt. In exchange for Kana Farm, I never sell my home to the upmarket crook. What are they talking about? It must be something to do with the farm. Let's listen in. Perhaps we can... Oh, I accidentally pressed. Sorry, guys. We will finalize the details shortly. I'm sorry it has to be this way, but my hands are tied. Given the farm's financial straits, it would take a very persuasive argument for me to turn down Lucius' offer. That's it. They want a plan. We have one. Before you go any further, you should hear the plan Rowan came up with. Kimberly, Rowan, what are you two doing here? Rowan and I have been reading through Kana's farm financial records. I'm not so great at maths, but Rowan is. She came up with a plan that could save Kana Farm. Really? How do you propose to dig Kana Farm out of galleons of debt? I'm not prepared to present a business proposal. It was just a theory. Then we will consider the sale of Kana Farm settled. Wait. Don't give up now. I know you can do this. Please, Rowan, we need a brilliant mind now more than ever. Okay, but could you help me, Kimberly? You're much better at public speaking. Of course, but correct me if I get the maths wrong. Here's the plan. Rowan's got it all figured out. A ministry subsidy? A ministry subsidy? I don't know. A ministry subsidy will give Kana Farm time to gain back lost ground. An intriguing idea, but is it enough? It has to be. The change requires capital. How do you propose to make money? How about you, girl? How do you expect to pay for the suggested changes? What if Kana Farm took up beekeeping? They could produce their own local honey. That's an interesting thought, and honey wouldn't be the only advantage. We usually rent hives from local aspiaries, but if we would raise bees ourselves, we could be the ones renting them out. It is a rather inventive idea. Then you will reconsider letting Miss Malfoy buy the farm? Absolutely not. Hannah Farm has been a loyal Gringotts client for years. It was not our first choice to sell to Mr. Malfoy. That said, good ideas alone are not enough. You need an infusion of income immediately. I will give you until the end of the day to secure a wandwood sale of significant value. Otherwise, Gringotts will have no choice but to accept Mr. Malfoy's offer. Okay, if we work together, surely we can find a buyer before the day's over. Not so fast. I will need the Connors to remain behind to discuss the details of their financial plan. But at least Simulation managed the wandwood sale on their own. It's alright. I will do what I can to help. You would need to talk with someone local. You might have the most use for a bulk order of wandwood. What about Mr. Ollivander? Surely he can find a use for a bulk order of wandwood. That's brilliant idea, Timberley. Would he want to purchase wandwoods on such short notice? There's only one way to know for sure. I will head to Ollivander straight away. I've got some wandwood to sell. Oh man, it has been some time since I was here. Mr. Ollivander? Yes, what is it? Oh, I recognize you. Did something happen to your wand? Acacia, was it? My wand is fine, sir. I'm actually here on behalf of Canafarm. I'm looking to sell a large quantity of quality wandwoods. We can give you a considerable discount. You know what they say, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. What's the catch? Well, you need to pay up front, and it may take some time for the order to be fulfilled. I have great respect for Canafarm, but to make an upfront purchase for wood I might not see for months. I may be a mere craftsman, but I know a foolish business decision when I hear one. Maybe we could add a bonus to the pot, something that will make the deal more appealing. I'm listening. What sort of bonus do you have in mind? How about some free financial advice? My friend Rowan is brilliant at accounting. It took her less than an hour to think up a plan to fix the farm's finances. Imagine what she'd do in a day. I'm curious to know what a keen mind like Rowan's could do for the shop's economic well-being. I will think about it. That's all I can commit to right now. Alas, I've got my own worries to work through. What's going on? An anonymous party has been making offers to buy my business. They've been irritatingly persistent. Worse, strange accidents have plagued the shop that don't quite feel accidental. I'm beginning to fear that someone is after my livelihood. Strange accidents. An anonymous buyer. That sounds awfully familiar. Do these accidents seem to occur anywhere and anywhere at any time despite the shop's magical protections? Yeah, I accidentally pressed past it. Why yes, actually. How did you know? I may know who's behind it. How about this? If you can help me identify the culprit and protect my business, I would seriously consider your request on behalf of Canafarm. Will tell you everything I know. So not only is Mr. Malfoy using industrial sabotage to seize Canafarm and the wood it produces, he's using the same tactics on Ollivanders. A classic dirty business maneuver. If he succeeded in obtaining both the farm and the shop, he could corner the local wand market from both ends, and drive up the price of wands for everyone. That sounds less like business and more like crime. Sometimes the two are difficult to tell apart. Regardless, this cannot stand. Wands should be available to everyone with the requisite talents. For a reasonable price, of course. Perhaps the best way to shop Mr. Malfoy's plan is to work together. I quite agree. In fact, I think I will make him a bulk purchase of wandwoods from Canafarm. The first of many in the coming years, I expect. I will send word of the payment to Gringotts immediately. That should help the Cana family overcome any financial burdens. What is happening? They may be dealing with. Really? Thank you, Mr. Ollivander. Thank you, young witch. We must never submit to bullies, no matter the personal cost. But more importantly, you might have just saved this shop. Take care. If you see Mr. Malfoy again, he's bound to find out, and when he does, he won't be happy. I will, sir. Now I'm off to Gringotts to tell Rowan and Hazel the good news. You look rather hurried, dear. Don't forget to stop and smell the roses. Which roses? Do you have any crackers? I'm starving. What do you want? I don't have any spare change. Rowan, I was just on my way to see you. I've got good news to share about my meeting with Ollivander. Still loitering about, idle hands are the tools of ruffians and miscreants, you know. I thought you'd be busy wallowing in despair by now. There will be no wallowing, Mr. Malfoy. Your scheme won't work. Is that so? From my perspective, it already has. Sounds like you need to change your perspective then. Such insolence. What exactly do you think you figured out? I'd be happy to tell you. Oh, well, I don't know if that's a good idea. My god, Timberlake looks so mad. I know you were behind the accidents at Marcana farm. That goes for Ollivander's too. Ollivander, who would be mad enough to go after the world's greatest wand maker, was an imaginative theory. Alas, a theory is all it will remain. In the civilized world, one must have proof before they point fingers at their betters. Is that wrong, Timberlake? How can we prove Mr. Malfoy's involvement? Well, we follow the money. A closer look at your financial dealings would reveal you as an anonymous buyer. Are you sure about that? You're a fool if you think I haven't covered my tracks. I haven't covered your tracks as well as you think. Our investigation leads us straight to you, after all. I wonder how your business partner would react to your attempt to corner the one market through sabotage. I doubt they appreciate you driving a respectable business to ruin. Are you suffering from an hallucinating curse? It's the only conceivable explanation for such fanciful accusations. You don't mind me telling the Wizarding World about your involvement? Do your worst. You won't change your situation. You muggle-loving cannons think yourself so superior, with your love all the things great and small. Soon all that will change. Doubtful. Rowan's already presented a plan to Gringotts that will allow the cannons to keep control of the farm. Hazel is finalizing the details as we speak. Not only that, I've just secured a major infusion of income from a generous buyer of wandwoods that will put the farm's financial worries to rest. So it seems you won't be buying Conifarm after all, Mr. Malfoy. You're becoming a most unpleasant thorn in my side. One of these days, I shall have to pluck you out. We did it. Can't believe it. Let's go find Hazel. I'd say a celebration is in order. There's one more important thing we have to do. Yeah, it's time to Rowan to decide. She has you too. I don't know what I have done without your help. Can you imagine what Lucia would have done if the farm fell into his hands? He probably glid the barn. Or cut down the Connor family tree. If it ever comes to that, I'm prepared to chain myself to the trunk. Speaking of the family tree, Rowan was supposed to figure out what branch she wants that. That's right, we were so caught up with saving the farm I haven't had a chance to think about it. Perhaps you can help. Let's make a list of things that define you, your strengths, passions, favorite things. That's a great idea. Let's see. We come up with great ideas. Now we need to narrow it down to one essential characteristic. You asked me earlier what worries Rowan. I still believe her intelligence is what really sets her apart. The decision is up to you, Rowan. None of us can make it for you. You know, if I were a little older, I just might be able to manage a branch that grows history books. But what I really want to do is continue on the same path we've been on since we started at Hogwarts. We've protected our friends and the school, sometimes at great risk. That's what I want to do for the farm too. That sounds perfect. What do you have in mind? I will show you. Oh yeah, I was like, is something else gonna happen? Lovely. We just need to cast a growing charm to set a graft. A growing charm? I'm afraid I don't know that spell. Not to worry, you will learn it soon enough. In the meantime, Herbivicious. What kind of branch is this? It's a weakened tree branch. Its bark is even used to make powerful healing potion, the Weaken Well potion. But that's not all it can do. It's used in potion making, magical wards, and even self-defense. Just touching Weakened tree bark is enough to protect from dark creatures. Sounds like a perfect addition to the family tree. You have already done so much to protect us, Rowan. I love the thought of you continuing to protect us from afar. And you protected the farm in a way that's unique to you. Lots of witches and wizards can confront evildoers and solve mysteries, but it was your intellect and attention to detail that helped save Kana Farm. You're a true Kana, just for being who you are. I'm sorry I ever made you doubt that. Thank you, both of you. Without your help, I'd never have the courage to do what needed to be done. The boat trucker seems to like it. Speaking of boat truckers, I think we found the perfect spot for the boat trucker house you made. It should look nice hanging off of Rowan's wiggin tree branch. That sounds like the perfect place for it. I suppose we will need to head back soon. What will you remember most from our visit to Kana Farm? Seeing your home. I loved getting the chance to see your home. I feel like I've learned so much about you. I've learned a lot about myself. It will be bittersweet to go back to Hogwarts, but I can't complain too much. Without Hogwarts, I never would have met a true friend like you. Thanks, Timberly, for everything. You will always be welcome at Kana Farm, Timberly. I do hope you will consider visiting us again sometime. If you ever fancy a stroll down memory lane, you can return to check on Rowan's branch of the tree. Let this branch be a reminder you will always have a home at Kana Farm. That was a really good time limit to the side quest. I really enjoyed that. Hope you guys did as well. Can you like replay? Does that mean that? Yeah, it's the replay of her putting up the branch. I guess if something went wrong and you wanted to see it again. Or like the whole thing in one. Huh. I love that you got the opportunity to see more. But yeah, that is all for today's video, because that is all for this time limited side quest. Hope you really enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to see more content from me, I suggest you subscribe, and I hope we see each other for my next video. Bye guys.